Okay, so it's been how many months since I worked on this? Not over 1 year, but it's been last year since when I last touched this, and it's just really cold outside. But it's getting warmer now. It's spring break for me, but luckily the weather is awful right when spring break starts. So, but still, I'm still going to attempt to work on this. Going back to the subject, I have checked everything. The ignition system is perfectly okay. I replaced pretty much everything from the igniter all the way forward. Although igniter is still original, so ignition coil all the way forward. It's still misfiring. Yeah, fuel pressure is perfectly fine. With fuel pressure tester, and timing is perfectly fine. It's not causing an issue. Although it still technically needs to be adjusted, but fiddling with it didn't help. Cam timing is perfectly fine. ECU is not throwing any codes, and everything is pointing to the injectors has gone bad. And so the issue with this car though is that due to AD's on design, yeah, the injectors are pretty buried underneath the intake manifold, and it's just gonna be a pain. So I have to take out the whole intake manifold, all the electrical wiring, all the idle up and air in vacuum systems and everything. Good news is I don't have to take off the accessories like last time, but it's gonna be painful. This will be interesting. Okay, so before I take out the intake manifold, upper intake manifold, I have to take all these out. So the EGR, I think one of the idle up valves, PCV, and this rat sensor wiring harness. I'm gonna keep the spark plug boots in for now, wires in for now, because they're a little bit of a pain to remove. I have to remove these vacuum lines, and then after that I'll start on the other side. I have to do all that just to access the injectors, because they're pretty buried. I cannot even access the connectors. Yeah, let's start. Yeah, halfway into tearing this apart, I realized something. Earlier, in part of my diagnosis, I decided to reconnect the fuel temperature sensor wire by soldering the wire into the harness, into the sensor, since the plug was missing. Now, being the stupid idiot I am, I did not put a new plug. I just soldered the wire directly. So now, if I want to remove this harness, I have to unsolder that guy. yeah, so wire harness is good. I checked the injector resistance, and the injector resistance are perfectly fine. They're acceptable. They're all within spec, no variation. So that supports my theory that injector is clogged. And then I checked my spark plugs, and yeah, it looks like cylinder 3 is the one that's acting up, because it doesn't look like it's burning anything. Okay, so it's next day. Yeah, I blocked the air intakes. I checked the injectors, and the resistance is fine. Checked the harness, it's fine. So that means that probably most likely the injectors are clogged or it's dirty or something. So what I'm going to do now is I can pull out the fuel rail. Yeah, I just have to disconnect the lines and unbolt it from the car. Okay, so got the fuel injectors out. Clip fell out. Okay, neat. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace almost all the missing fuel injector hose clamps. Because this car wasn't really taken care of. The return hose was pretty painful to take out. That took a while. But anyway, yeah, here's the fuel rail. It seemed like injector number 3 was the one that's clogged, but I'm going to take out all the injectors and rebuild them and test them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out of the rail. I might leave them on the rail for cleaning purposes, but I probably would take it off the rail. And I'm going to spray some cleaner in it, run the injectors manually through using a battery, like a small 9-volt battery maybe. Or maybe I just go do a 12-volt battery. And just have it spray cleaner solution through the injectors. And I gotta take out the pinhole cap and the internal filter inside, and make it brand new again. The resistance seems fine, so I think the coil inside the injector is fine. So hopefully I don't have to buy new injectors. I'm about to order the injector rebuild kit. So once I arrive, I'm going to start rebuilding injectors. But until then, the project's going to be on the stall now. Anyway, next episode I'm going to be in the garage working with the injectors, and we'll see how this goes. This is Logical Projects.